Are we live?
It's peanut butter jelly
You
time.
know what time it is, raise up our people.
Peanut butter jelly time. Way at. There you go.
Peanut butter jelly, 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 peanut butter jelly with the baseball bat, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with the baseball bat. Where at? Where's everybody at? Let me see if it's working. You know, sometimes YouTube wants to do this to me. Oh, I'm live. Who else is here? Come say hi. I'll keep singing. Break it down and breathe. All right, let me stop this. What's everybody doing? Who is here? Say hi. Come and tell me hi, because I got some things we're going to talk about today. Not really. You know how we just going to chat away. But I wanted to talk about a new Netflix series. I don't know if everybody has it. I don't know if everybody gets all, because I know some people come here on my live. It's all around the world. So I don't know if this series is everywhere. But it's one, if you're in the States, you must watch it. It's a must watch. I am saying you must watch this. I put it on my title. Oh, look at, I cut my bangs myself. Don't even make fun of me. This is 2020. Death to 2020. There are no haircuts in 2020. All right. Where's my, nobody's saying anything. What's up with it? So I'll just start talking. Because there's a new Netflix series, if you haven't watched it, Death to 2020, and it is the most funniest thing I've ever seen. It is. It goes. It's like a satire, right? They say it's a mockumentary. Oh, there's Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Christmas was great. I mean, we just spent it all together here, all the four of us. Now, my mom and dad stopped by, which I was like, I told them, I was like, you can't. So we all wore masks. When they came in, we all wore masks. Are you going to your relatives? No. We're being safe here. We're trying to. Even though Greg got the vaccine, the first one, they say, you know, you could still spread it even though you got the vaccine. So we don't want to like go around but my parents stopped by and we all wore masks. And just for a little bit, they wanted to give presents out. But it was nice. Like, it was laid back. I had my whole like onesie pajamas on. It has like a hood and everything. And I wore that all day long. I loved it, Vicky. I didn't get out of my PJs all day. We all opened presents, surprised some with presents. Because remember, I told y'all, like, I got my son the PS5, right? And he didn't know about it. So he was so shocked because it's hard to get here. That game system, they were all sold out. They were selling on eBay for like thousands of dollars. I almost resold it, but he got that because I kept telling him, I don't think you'll be able to get it. Nobody's getting these. They're sold out everywhere. Vicky, did you get an alert that I went live? Because where's everybody at? I guess it's the holidays. We'll make it short today because it's the holidays. I was going to say too, Vicky, thank you for going in my Facebook group and reminding me of some of the songs that Arthav, even though, did you see? I uploaded that one song that you reminded me about from the Arthav. You know who I'm talking about, Sharma? When he requested, he reminded me, and I was like, that's my Vicky. Thank you, Vicky. And then I did the reaction. I uploaded on YouTube, and it was blocked right away. Did you see that, Vicky? So I had to go back and upload it then in my Facebook group. So if he comes around, Vicky, you remind him. You tell him that you reminded me. I even did the live, but that was the thing. He's not in my Facebook group. I spam Gold last live. I didn't spam you, Gold. What did I do? I marked you as spam? That might have been an accident, Gold. I'm sorry. Because sometimes people will spam and I'm trying to mess with the little the little settings or whatever. I need like my own little moderators. I know some people have that, my own little moderators, and then it'll because I can mess it up. I do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gold. Happy holidays to you. Vicky said, yeah, I know he's Arthur Shaw and have came here live now or an hour ago. Oh, we did? Well, this is my regular live time. Yeah, sorry, Gold. But I know he's not in my Facebook group. That's why you reminded me, Vicky. But that's the only place he can see it now, right? That's the only place because YouTube blocked it right away. They let me upload it for it stayed on like a second and then boom, blocked. So I was like, this is why it gets so frustrating sometimes. It does, Vicky. And people are like, react to this one. Why didn't you do this one? I'm like, sometimes I try or I'll go and research it. I think even that one, I didn't think it was fair because I think I even went and looked in, because I'll do that, Vicky. I'll go make sure other people have uploaded it so I don't get any kind of copy strikes or something. And that's why I got mad. I was like, some of these people, they have it uploaded and they didn't block theirs, but they blocked mine. So anyway, this is my new coffee cup from the Soul. I got the Disney. Did y'all watch that? I love this coffee cup so much. I love the movie. It came on the Disney Plus Christmas. I watched a lot of stuff during the Christmas though. That's what I did mostly. Like we opened presents as a family. I didn't even cook dinner on Christmas Day. We had like leftovers. That's what, it was the most relaxing holiday ever. I'm like, I could do this all the time. I loved it. Stayed in my PJs all day. Didn't even cook, just unwrapped presents. And then I watched like movies and shows. Oh, they had this one. Did it come out on Christmas? Yeah, because that was Friday. They had this one, Bridgerton, that I was obsessed with. I've been doing the little episode reviews of it. Obsessed with it. Loved it. But it's kind of like, has a lot of the sex scenes. So I'm just warning you, Vicky, if you're going to watch it. Thank you, Gold. I love this coffee cup. I just got it because the movie Soul came out and they sent it to me. That's why, and it's nice and big. It's the coffee cup up, and then I don't want to, because I spilled coffee on my computer once during my live, but it's like blue. It's my favorite. You're welcome, Vicky. Vicky, I try, especially during the holidays, because. Oh, hi, Subho Dip. I want to tell y'all though, this Netflix. Don't y'all watch a lot of Netflix? Oh, Lambstock did. This is what? Death to 2020. I am telling you, you might not get it if you're from a different country. Oh, thank you, Dania. I'm telling you, y'all might not get Death to 2020 if you're from another country, because Britain, it brought up a lot of Brexit and stuff. Even Australia, because it starts off the beginning of the year. No, the film on the mug. You don't just like, oh, you see my Wonder Woman. All right, let me tell you, Death to 2020. I'm telling y'all, you need to watch this. It is the funniest thing. I don't think I laughed so hard. There's Arthur. I'm going to tell you something in a minute, Arthur. I don't think I laughed so hard from this Death 2020. And since before 2020, the craziness of 2020, since before that, I think is the last time I laughed this hard. This is how funny this is. Everybody's coming on now. Everybody, y'all must have just got the alerts. Me and Vicky just been sitting here. Like, where are y'all at? Doughboy's here. Did you watch Death to 2020, Doughboy? Oh, Trinity saw it last night. I watched it 3 times now. 3 times now I watched Death to 2020. And it starts off the year like with just the beginning of craziness of 2020. Like, remember Australia? I mean, how long ago was that? It feels like 20 years ago, 2020, where they had all those fires in Australia. That's where it kind of starts off with the crazy stuff that started happening like January. And it just goes from there. Then it goes into the, COVID. It talks about, even the Brexit stuff with that and Boris Johnson. And Then it goes, of course, into the elections, and they're playing like, so it's not a real documentary. They have like the actors. It's a mockumentary satire, but the actors are playing different. Like you have Tracy Ullman playing the Queen Elizabeth. What is her Queen Elizabeth? The first part two. Ain't that her name? I was like, Queen Elizabeth, the first part two. Not yet. My job got canceled yesterday. And today, no work till Monday. Oh, because they had a big snowstorm. What do you do, Doughboy? I guess something outside he does. So I'm going to finish this That's the 2020 real quick, and then I'm going to read the comments. All right, I ain't going to look at the comments. So it starts, and then they go, and then it has Samuel L. Jackson in it. He plays like a reporter guy. It has that Lisa Kudrow, and she plays like the part kind of like that Kayleigh from the White House. You know her. You know Kayleigh, like they'll be questioning her and stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, no, the Ukraine didn't have, talking about the Ukraine, and they're like, well, what about this in the Ukraine? She's like, what's Ukraine? There ain't no such thing as Ukraine. It's this the funniest thing, but I think the funniest part I laughed at the most, because then they'll show real clips of things that happen in real life, right? And they had this one part where it was the Cuomo guy from New York, and he's given, it was one of his COVID press conferences, right? His COVID press he's going on. He's like, where's the ventilators? Where's the mask? Where's the PPE? And he's sitting at this thing, and it's funny. He's like, and then it breaks off into the voiceover, who the voiceover is done by that Lawrence Fishburne. And they're like, and Cuomo fails to recognize that behind them were stacks of masks, and because he's sitting in front of like all this PPE equipment, and he's like, where's the mask? Where's this? And it's like stacked to the ceiling behind him. I was crying. It was so, the thing about this, that's the 2020. I don't care which side, y'all know what side. I don't make it any kind of secret which side of the politics I'm on. Y'all already know this. But no matter what side you're on with this Death to 2020, it makes fun of just all the sides. Of course it's gonna make fun of Trump, because that's easy to do, right? Like, that's easy to do. But it just makes fun of just everybody. Everybody in this. Like when they talked about Kamala being on the president or the ballot this year, and then they were like, her and Donald Trump, the two people of color on the ballots, and because he's orange. It just then it talks about the Brexit. It does it talks a lot about the British, Boris Johnson, the Brexit stuff. They called Trump a pigman. Like I said, it's easy to make fun of him, but then they called him a pigman, and then they called, what did they say? Joe Biden, he said World War I hero, and Bernie Sanders, the anarchist grandpa. It's so funny, y'all. It is so funny. I laughed just nonstop. I watched it 3 times just because I was laughing so much in parts of it. It's only like a little over an hour. Let me catch up, because now everybody's coming. They want to talk. Me and Vicky was sitting here talking. Trinity Arthoff. That's what I said. Arthoff, I reacted to your song. Ask Vicky about it. She reminded me. Guess what? YouTube blocked it. It's in my Facebook group. Where am I at? It was funny. It did look like SNL, and it had like that Leslie Jones in it, right? She was in it. Who else did they have? Oh, they had the guy. I don't know if y'all ever seen Silicon Valley, that Rajesh. Then they even had whoever watched Stranger Things. Who's ever watched Stranger Things? Steve from Stranger Things is in it, and he plays a YouTube reactor. Maybe that's why I liked it so much. I was like, Steve, the YouTube reactor, and he's reacting. And then what did they even make fun of, like the Queen Elizabeth, like she did, because she gives her little royal speeches at certain times, and she gave one for COVID, to be careful, whatever. And it was the first time ever. I guess it was on YouTube, and she was like, smash that like button. It was just silly. It was so silly and funny, but I mean, it was funny too, because it was like they didn't even have to go that much off script, as crazy as 2020 was. They didn't. They didn't have to go much. Like they even showed this one lady. It was like the average person, and that's what they called her, the average person, I think, and maybe in England or it was something like that. And she's like, I found this show on TV called America, and she started describing everything that's happening here, the election and the state. It was a game show, and one we were waiting to see if it flipped to blue or red. And she's like, this was the longest game show in the world. Went 3 days. That's why I said you don't even have to go that off script for it to be just ridiculous. Hi, Mr. Carius. Happy New Year to you too, Arthur. Hollywood movies that can watch on. She said, can you tell me awesome latest Hollywood movies that I can watch on OTT? Because here movies are discussing. What is OTT? I don't know what OTT is. What kind of movies do you like, Vicky? We're going to have to give Vicky some suggestions. But I don't know what OTT is. I don't know what movies you would get there. I am from originally, well, I live in the U.S. Subho dip. But in the U.S. I'm in like right in the middle. St. Louis, Midwest is said, St. Louis, Missouri. I'm not sure if the New Year is going to be happy, but I wish you all the best. Oh, thank you. Happy New Year to you, Mr. Carius. I feel like it's going to be happy. I feel like we're at the end of the tunnel, even though these next 3 weeks are going to be the craziest. It will. And now they say we got the COVID 2020 or the COVID 20 strain here. They found the first case of it right here in the U.S. in Colorado, like yesterday. So we got the COVID and we got the vaccines going, but they saying they're giving the vaccines like at a slow rate. They said by the rate they're giving the vaccines now, we might all be up to the herd immunity in like year 2023 or something like that. Our country's just such a mess, ain't it? You see all these other countries doing this and doing that, the right thing, and getting their vaccines and distributing and pace at the fast pace. And then look at us. We're over here supposed to be this. You would think, oh, the great USA. It ain't great. It ain't great. We're ridiculous. We're the ones you don't want to pay attention to because you're the ones you want to do the opposite of what we do. Then nobody wants to take credit or they don't want to take blame. Trump's already up on there. It's up to the states to give the vaccines. It's up to them. I'm like, what is your job? All he's been doing for a week now is playing golf. And we've been having bombs. Y'all saw that bombs going off on Christmas Day everywhere. Domestic. He didn't say one thing about it. Biden, who ain't even on the job yet, got 3 more weeks till he starts. He's doing more than even the Trump. He's over there just talking about still election stuff. Ain't dealing with nothing that's going on now. He don't care. That's why I said this other. I was like, it's obvious that he ain't caring. He doesn't give up even pretending to care. And people are still like, oh, Trump. I'm like, he ain't doing nothing, but all he does is complain about the election. The stuff that's really bad happening, you don't hear one little peep. I don't want to get all fired up. We got a new year, new me. Ain't that the thing? Oh, you packaged the food. Well, how come when it snows you can't do that, Doughboy? First time I came on time. Vicky said, that's right. I'm going to have to, Doughboy, you watch that. Death of 2020. You will love it. I promise you. It's on Netflix. I never laughed so hard. I'm not entirely sure if I should be optimistic about next year, considering basically he's still in a quarantine, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't hope all the same. I mean, people are like, oh yeah, 2020 over. I'm like, it ain't. Y'all gonna, but I saw some memes. I shouldn't even say it. I don't want to get people down. I shouldn't say it. But there was like, they said, ain't it kind of bad that we're going into the year 2021, like 2020? WON, like they beat us. That's the year we're going into 2021. They won. It won. I was like, don't even say that. That's like, I don't even want to say. I'm going in optimistic. I feel like there's the end of the I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Especially when 3 more weeks and everything's gonna be changing. Well, actually, I'm like, I can't wait till we actually get some leadership. Someone that goes in offices and is like, all right, this is what we got a plan. This is what we're gonna do. Because right now, they're just like, well, I gave them money and told them here's the vaccines. I'm like, what is the government? What do we have the federal government for then? They ain't doing nothing. Everything's the states. Oh, that's up to the states. That's up to the states. I'm like, then what is your job? Nothing. Playing golf. That's what it is. See? For 3 more weeks. It's going to be interesting what happens in these 3, though. Because you know what, our election is supposed to certify it. Is it on January 6th? And you know what, that's the last step for like the certification. And usually it's just a formality. But you know, the rumors are buzzing that they're going to be trying to blow all that up, go in there. It ain't real, it ain't this, and try to cause a big ruckus, get people fired up. We'll see. Hi, Ashmit. They called Donald. Oh, yeah, I've read that one. I just had to read it again. They called him a pig. Hi, Rishi. Do you know the song No Nonsense? It perfectly sums up this year. It fits the film you're talking about so well. Squill, I don't think, a lot of times I don't know names of songs. If you would sing it to me, I would know it. Maybe. I just, like names, I'll forget. But if I hear the tune, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that one. I'll start singing a song with my husband. He's the musician. And he's like, I never heard that one. I was like, how do you not know this one? Maybe because I'm old. Have any New Year's resolution, Gold ask. Well, it was going to be, get this. Y'all want to hear my story. What's everybody? This year especially though, I was like, all right, I'm going to go on a diet. Because I'm telling you, quarantine, usually I'm active. Y'all know this. I'm out traveling and walking and I love my snacks. I ain't giving up my snacks. I love my snacks. Y'all know this. My chocolate especially. But usually I can have my snacks and I'm out walking and traveling and always on the go. But now this year I've been stuck in the house, so I'm not as active. So I was like, I'm going to lose some weight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to eat a little healthier. I'm going to still have my snacks. Y'all know I still got to have my snacks. I ain't giving up my snacks. But I'm going to try to lose weight. But then I was like, that's what they told me with the vaccine. That in my state, they said, oh, this is what we're going by order of vaccinations, right? There's group 1A and 1B. And they're like, 1A is the healthcare workers, the most elderly, like in the facilities, my husband got the vaccine. And then they said 1B, and then there's two after 1B, and then 3. And 3 is the rest of all citizens. And I was like, oh, I was like, think that's something. I'm on 3 because works at home. You know, I work there at home. I have to go out. So I'm like on this, I'm on this list. And that 3, you know what 2 was? On the list, number 2 was prisoners. So I started getting mad. I was like, so I don't get my vaccine until after the prisoners do in the jails? Oh, I was fired up. I was like, so I was like, well, maybe I should go commit a crime and I can get my vaccine early, go to jail. Like, maybe I'll go. I was mad. That ain't right, is it? Oh, I still don't think that's right. But then I saw 1B was, you know, you can be on that one if you're high risk. And I was like, oh, what counts as high risk? And one of them I was saying, if you're overweight. I was like, oh, let me eat more snacks. That's my plan B. I was like, well, there goes my New Year's resolution. Let me eat some more snacks. That ain't right. I shouldn't say that, huh? Because I got to stay healthy. But this might be the first time a big booty works for me. That's all I'm saying. This might be the first time where, well, there's many times. That's how I got my husband. He likes a big booty. But I'm just saying, I was like, oh, well, maybe then we'll see. I'm going to try to go in there. I'll walk backwards. I'll be like, I'm high risk. I shouldn't be that way. But anyway, that was my New Year's resolution until I read that. Because now I'm like, I'm either going to have to commit a crime to get my vaccine early or make my booty work for me. So I don't want to go to jail because some of those might like the big booties over there. I don't want to, nah, but we'll see. We'll see. If I'm not here next week, maybe I'm live streaming from the prisons. No, I'm not doing that. But that was my resolution, and now I'm like, now I can't. Now I can't. Is that just an excuse to keep eating snacks? I'm still gonna do my. I'm just gonna try to be more active. Not just. I mean, it's cold out, but I could get up every hour or whatever, and maybe go up the stairs and get a little exercise and take breaks and get some exit walking in. I just gotta get more active. That's my downside of this. What do we see? Is that a Street Fight poster? No. Which one? That one's my Wonder Woman, 1984. And those are the Terminator, the new, I forgot the name of it. And over there's the Preacher. I don't know which one they're talking. I've never seen that movie, Soul. I noticed it was on your, it's good. It's on Disney Plus. People saying the new Cooley movie is the new Corona strain. Why? I've never seen the Cooley movie, so I don't know. Wait, what are we talking about? The hour-long funny thing. Oh, Bollywood Therapy. Oh, there's my girl, Bollywood Therapy. Bollywood Therapy would like this movie. Death to 2020. It's on Netflix. It makes fun. It's a mockumentary, right? Like a satire. Samuel L. Jackson's in it. You got Lisa Kudrow. There's some other ones I'm missing. Tracy Ullman plays the queen, and it goes over the year, but it just makes fun of everything. And that's why I said some of it don't even have to make fun of it. It was just telling the truth of what actually went on, and just gave a little commentary to it. Like, I'm like, ain't that something? You don't even have to go off that much off script to make fun of this year and all the stuff that happened. Bollywood Therapy would love this show. I'm telling you. Should love it. Death to 2020. I've been telling everybody around it. And I said, no matter if you're Republican, Democrat, don't even care. It makes fun of just everybody, and you could just laugh. I guess if you can laugh at yourself. Some people might be too serious. Like, they might be, like what the one guy said, they called Trump the pig man. They might be some of those people, couldn't talk about Trump like that. But they're talking about Joe Biden all through it, hiding in his basement, and would they say something about the smile off his skull? Like, oh, they even called him, which this cracked me up, because if you ever see Joe Biden come up on stage, he always jogging. I'm like, why is Joe Biden always jogging? They called him like the master jogger, because it's funny. Every time you see Joe Biden take the stage somewhere, I guess he's trying to show he's in shape or something. But they make fun of that. It's just Bollywood Therapy would love this show. Love it. Oh, so sad. It was Arthav. I was too. Hello, Mary. How do you know about the farmers' protests in India? They're trying to defame the government and trying to spread negativity. I have not heard about this. Why are they protesting, the farmers? Now I need to know. Why is the farmers protesting and blaming the government for what negative? I don't know nothing about this. Maybe I'll have to go look, or somebody tell me real quick. I thought tomorrow was the 30th. Today is. I didn't even. It was one day. It was last week. I was trying to remember. I had to look it up. I didn't know what day of the week it was. Especially during the holiday when my husband don't go to work. He's took a few more days off than regular. I didn't know it was a Saturday, and I swore it was a Friday. I thought Christmas was on the Thursday. I was like, no, today's Friday. I swore it was Friday, and it was Saturday. Oh, OTT is online, like Amazon Prime or Netflix. Vicky. So over on my friend's YouTube today, you know how I go over there, Mama's Geeky. And 2.5 hours, we're going to be there. Me, her, and a few other our friends. And we're going to talk about our top 5 favorite movies of 2020. So if you want to go get some suggestions, we are even going to, I got to look that up. Even say where you can find them at, where you can view them at. And we'll probably talk about the movie. So if you want to go to that one, get some ideas. I made my list. So I don't want to give it away. I made my list. But it's just the movies, not shows or anything. Today is the 30th. Uh-oh. Squill! Why did he say Mr. Carius is a worm? Are they fighting? Uh-oh. Squill gave me monies, like 2 monies, but then he said, why? I'm far behind on comments. Let me catch up. Are y'all fighting? Watch all your reactions. Please say my name, Jay. Hi, Jay. Tejas. Tejas, how you doing? Tejas still seems down. He ain't talking much. I feel like something. Tejas, I hope you're doing better, Tejas. I know last week you were down. Tomorrow's 31st is going to be New Year's Eve. Yes. Ricardo birthday. Oh, you know when you're born December 31st, at least here you get to claim that kid as a tax deduction, even if it's like a minute before. So I'm just saying that's kind of lucky. I wouldn't want to be born or have a kid January 1st. I'd be like, no, put the 31st, get them out just because you get that tax deduction. I shouldn't say it like that, but I'm just saying I feel like it's luckier to have him on the 31st. Hopefully Biden would do better. I mean, he ain't even in office. He's already complaining, they ain't tell him nothing, but he's already working harder, you know? Kamala Harris got the vaccine. She said that was easy. My husband got the vaccine. He came home. I was like, how you feel? Great. And for days I asked him, any symptoms? Do you feel anything? And I think I was giving him a headache from asking him so much. He's like, I'm fine. Like, he's like, no symptoms. But he gets the second shot January 7th. So in like a week, right? A little over a week, he gets the second shot. And they say the second shot where some of the symptoms come on, where they can get like mild headache, like those kind of things. So I'll let y'all know after that. I guess, when is the 7th? No, it'll be after my next live. So like 2 lives from now, I guess I'll have to tell y'all. Unless I'll be posting it like on my Facebook and everything. The USA and unregulated capitalism is a warning sign to the rest of the world. Yeah. I mean, it's scary too, like everything happening. If we had with like as much as like them trying to steal really steal the election, right? Trump and all them, and trying to make up these fake claims that even judges that he appointed that are Republican or like throwing them out of court, who, I mean, would usually be on any Republican side, but they're so baseless claims. They're like, this is just junk. You're just trying to just make up stuff like that. They're throwing it all out of court. And I was saying, if they had anybody smarter, because that's the thing about Trump, I don't think he's that smart. But if we even had like someone really smart that could get in the presidential seat, we see the power and damage that can happen. Like, this should be a warning sign for anybody, for especially our country, like to really be careful. And people will still, I'm like, how? It's obvious. Look at him now. He's not doing, he don't care. All this bad stuff's happening, not one peep from him. Look on his Twitter right now. Everything, election fraud, retweeting crazy sites, conspiracy, like just make like QAnon conspiracies and all this. They had a big bombing and people were like, oh, it's because of the 5G that's in vaccines that Bill Gates is trying to kill us. Like all this crazy stuff he's just retweet. And people still, just tells you how easy it is to control minds, I guess. Have people believe in this stuff. It's sad. But Bollywood, yes. Agree. Like I said before, but if you're on live TV, you would be renting all kinds of stuff. You would be renting all kinds of stuff about Trump. You would be renting. Curious. Why, Bradley? Don't call Mr. Curious that. See, is this where y'all start fighting? I don't want to see fighting. I don't really pay very much attention to politics. I see about farmer protests because many foreign reacting on this topic, but they are getting wrong infos. And they too think that the Indian government is doing wrong. See, I don't know. I don't never want to talk about something I don't know about. Never want to talk. So, especially when it's outside of my country and I can't get the full grasp. Because, I'll get mad when people will be telling me and I'm living through it and they in a different country, and they want to tell me, oh, Trump is this. Trump. I get on YouTube, Vicky. I got onto YouTube before. I was like, you don't live here. You're not going through it. You don't understand what the real people that lives here is going through this. So that's why I don't want to say too much when it's other countries, because I can't fully grasp it because I'm not in there. So to have other people foreign talk about things, I understand, Vicky. I'll be a little upset because I'm like, if you're not living there, going through it, I don't think you can. You might see, but if you're not living through it, you can't fully grasp it. I'm just saying. Let's see. Lobbies in India, liberals. How much does Trump get paid for? Oh, wait. What did Vicky say? Lobbies of Indian liberals are very strong, I accept. I guess. See, I don't know much. I still can't. I barely can keep up what's going on here. That's the thing. There's so much craziness happening here. I can barely keep up with it. How much does Trump get paid to play golf? I mean, it's all on the tax dollars money, right? It's all because all the security he has to. Just 20 cases of new COVID strain from UK is in India. We just got our first. Government is searching for people that came from UK last month. All are going from testing. People came in contact with quarantine. More than 30K tests are done. Well, the guy we have our first confirmed case, just here, of the COVID-20 in Colorado, and it was in a guy that's not traveled. So they were like, oh, it's it's not going to be the first. He never traveled, so he got it from community spread, they say. Hi, Supriya. I'm good watching. Oh, Rishi, yes. I watched that. We Can Be Heroes with my girl Priyanka Chopra. I mean, it's a kiddie movie. It was a cute kiddie movie, but my Priyanka did good. I was like that. And they had the Pedro Pascal, which he's in everything, right? The Mandalorian. He was in the Wonder Woman, which if y'all saw Wonder Woman 1984, it's been getting mixed reviews. I liked it. I'm like, why are people hating on this? I enjoyed it. Not just because I got, a little bias. I'm a little biased for the Wonder Woman. I like the superheroes, and I have a certain ones I like. Spider-Man's my number one. But my Wonder Woman's up there, so I might have a little bias. And I'm not huge on the comic books. But I used to watch the OG Wonder Woman back in the day. What's her name? Linda Carter. I was a little girl. I used to watch that show all the time. So that's probably where my bias comes in. So I don't know much about the villains in it and stuff, but I thought the film was good. It made me cry. Maybe that's why too. Some of them like, oh, it's too emotional. Too emotional. Nah. I was like, I like that part of it. Oh, I'm going to get on another rant because I liked it. So many people didn't, but it was like half and half. Hi, Purple Galaxy. Anaran, hello. I'm here after a long. Anaran, I haven't seen you around. Bradley, Bradley, would I skip you? Because you were talking. That's why. Because you were saying bad stuff about my friend. To quote one of my favorite songs from Skylar Grey, still 4 away from where I belong, but always darkest from before the dawn. Oh. Don't get us down, Mr. Curious. See, that's why people get mad because that's kind of sad. Amanda, please give your reaction to Alifa. Oh, I know, Supriya. I need to do a Shwarya Ray reaction. She always tells me this. Vicky, remind me. Vicky's so good at reminding me. Prisoners are usually neglected and high risk, and also remember that the prison system is racist and classist. True, Bollywood, and tends to incarcerate. True, that's you're right, but still, you got to think of it too. I'm like, no mass murderer better get their COVID shot than me before me. But she's right because we have how many prisoners in there just for mild little things possession of the pot and stuff like that. And and if you're rich, you can get out of it and go to prison. Obvious. Look at all the pardons that's been given. True, Bollywood therapy. True, and it's being spread bad. They say through there, right? They say in the prison because it's in a closed space. That's why I'm gonna have to just do my plan B, my big booty. No New Year's resolution for me. No years, none. Where's your gun blade? squall. Oh, maybe he's talking about somebody. If you talk about foods and stuff, dishes and snacks, then India is the heaven place because you will get every country's and kind of stuff here. Really, so y'all have like a big array of food because they say here, right? Like I've had a friend that came from Europe once, and they were like, "Oh, all the different like ethnic type of restaurants. You can get Mexican and dishes here, and then Chinese, Asian dishes here." And like Indian food here, like they thought, like in the U.S. we had such a wide variety, but you're saying there too in India, because you know I've never been. I want to go there one day. Here I am starting to cough. I lost my spot. Where am I at? Where? I'm really far behind, huh? Oh, I gotta catch up. All right, here. Where? If you have free time, you should watch The Call on Netflix. It's sci-fi horror, but it's good. And don't watch the post-credit scene; it'll ruin the movie for you. I don't think I've heard of that. That tourist, I'm not. Thank you, because I'm running out of stuff to watch. That's what happens in quarantine. I've been here so long. I watched everything there's to watch. Everything. Like I got stuff on there, and I'm like, there's nothing to watch. And people like they'll talk about movies, and I'm like, yeah, I watched. I mean, I guess it's good to. I'm a reviewer and everything, so it's good for that. Oh, I gotta tell y'all, who's around? I don't know if you saw because I had the Cobra Kai season 3, and I got a screener of that, and I reviewed it, which I didn't want to give no spoilers. Like they were strict when they give those screen. If I tell y'all stuff, they won't send me no more ever screeners. You know I can't take that chance. But it was so good. And you know what I did? Oh, it took a lot of work too. That's what I was doing. So every episode, there's 10 episodes of the Cobra Kai season 3. And after every one, I watched and did a little reaction video. And I got them scheduled. It's going to start Friday. I'm going to have a little reaction of every little episode. But you know I love my Cobra Kai season. You know I love my Cobra Kai show. You know I watched that way back in the day when it first came on the YouTube Premium. And nobody had heard of it. And I was telling everybody, Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai. And then it finally came on Netflix and people want to act like they just found out about it. And I was like, psh. I was like, I've been watching Cobra Kai since it came on. I'm the OG Cobra Kai. Well, now the season 3's out. So, I had to do a little something special for that. I'm so excited. And they announced it comes out early. It was supposed to come out in the middle, I think, of January, but they moved it up and it's released on Netflix Friday. Keep an eye out. I'm pretty sure you don't know more the GOAT is. He's a YouTuber that goes by that name, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be laughing if I were actually going to jail. So no more jokes about jail. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would never want to go to jail. That's one place I'm like, shh. I watch enough shows on that too. You ever watch Oz? That used to be an HBO show. Oh no. Did you watch War? That's just the name of. Oh, my Riddick War. No, we don't get a lot of stuff here, especially like the newer movies. Y'all say, oh, it's on, like, what is the one I wanted to watch? That Tahaji, the Unsung Warrior. You're like, oh, it's on Netflix. You get not on Netflix here. Or if I could find it, I couldn't find subtitles. It's so hard here with like the foreign films. So hard. And I want to see my Riddick. He may be safe from boycott line here, I think. But nobody better be boycotting my Riddick. He's a good guy. I can tell y'all this. And I'm here. Oh, yeah, I saw that one. Did you watch? Oh, they were still asking. I haven't watched it yet. Warning. I heard that the vaccine causes side effects such as hemorrhoids. What are you Squill talking about? He don't know. He don't know. Squill is making up this stuff. All right. Did you watch anime? Do you watch anime? My daughter does. She loves the anime. I watched the one what was it? The Promised Land? It was one with the kids are in the orphan and they're raising them to eat them or something. Yeah, I liked it. Oh, I shouldn't have said. Is that a spoiler? I hope I didn't spoil it. All right, where am I at? I keep losing my comments. Where am I at? Bollywood. Bollywood's got, she already left, but I'm telling you, she's going to love that. Death to 2020. 2021 is the next level guy. That's what I'm saying. They were saying it. 2021, like 2021, WON. Muppets is here. Hi, Muppets. I heard one is not good. I didn't watch it yet. I liked it, Trinity. You see, people are, I don't know if T-Virus Terrence is on here, but I would have something to say about Quicksilver being, oh, it's true. I remember y'all talk about that, Mr. Curious. Corona, scamdemic, Corona. Don't even say that, scam. Corona. It's not no scam. I know people who have it. It's spreading all over here. I know people who died. I mean, luckily it's like not my real, but good friends, parents, I know they have died. It's sad. I know they just had, because y'all know I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. Like I live here now in St. Louis, Missouri, but I'm originally from New Orleans. And just yesterday they announced one of the Republican congressmen that was just elected, like he was running, 41, younger than me, got the COVID 10 days ago, perfect health. But I went and looked at his Twitter, all these pictures of him having around people not wearing masks. He's not wearing masks. Everybody else not. So he got the COVID, died last night. Oh, and it's sad. Oh, I mean, even though I'm like, oh, people, I don't want to, even if they don't believe it, I still don't wish them. Don't wish it. Even when the president got, y'all remember, I was like, I don't like the president, but I don't even wish death on anybody. I would never. So, but I looked at his stuff, his Twitter, and he has like a young kids, never had pre-existing. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing about this. You don't know who it's going to strike and strike hard. Like look at me. I got Cobra Kai on my brain. Strike first, striker. And that's why I said it's not, I know too many people that done gotten this, died from it, gotten super sick. My uncle back in March was in the hospital over a week. And just because some people it don't affect that way, don't mean it's a scam. Like it's, as you know, Cooley movie is the remake of Govinda. Yes. I've just been watching The West Wing. I wish I had a government like the one in The West Wing. Yes. I wish we had a government like TV. At the Speed Force, they still talking about the Speed Force. I don't know, Mr. Carius. I can't contribute to that. At least you can inform the world about COVID-20. That's true, right? They didn't hide it. And even though they did, because right when they started announcing it, like I remember Canada stopped flights from there, and it's just, we just got to get over this. We got to all take the vaccine and just do what's right, because I'm tired. I know everybody's tired of this. We got to get over this, people. We got to get over this. But do you know that Govinda Cooley movie is the 4th remake? Really? They remade it 4 times? Oh my goodness. I have a confession. Mr. Carius is my second account. I'm using that account to start. Squill. What does Squill have against Mr. Carius? I don't even see it. And I lost my spot. I'm gonna have to go through the comments fast. Vicky, there were already 3 remakes, not the Cool movie, but many movies. SRK and Priyanka was in an affair. She didn't cheat on the goofy little Nick Jonas, huh? Look at me, I'm like in shock. Don't say that. Even though he's the little goofy Nick Jonas, I still thought they had a great marriage. In my mind, they still had a great marriage. I already be on 50 minutes, and I had to cut it short because I got to do that other live over at my friend's channel. And I'm gonna cut quick I'm gonna run quick through these comments. I gotta catch up. There's good news. I become published co-author 2 times in 1 international writing competition, being best child author. I couldn't believe it. I could ever achieve this just at 17. I I didn't know this about you, Arthur. That is amazing. One of the favorite songs, no nooses. Prisoners are confined to a closed space, so they are more at risk. Yeah, that I know. You're gorgeous. Thank you. I can never say that. Corolla. Even if the flag, are they still going on about the flag? I don't know. I can't comment to this, Mr. Stop saying this. Why are people coming in? What is Mr. Carius? Who are these people? Is that you? I'm going to keep blocking them. See, I got to block. Y'all got to stop fighting. No fight. Y'all got to know this is a no fighting zone. Then it makes me lose my place. See, y'all get me worried. Y'all fighting. We ain't having all this. I come here. We come here. It's a safe space. This is all our friends. We can chat and catch up and talk, and y'all want to fight. No, this ain't happening. When you got to slip this problem upper back, the same. You had the same. I never had back problems, but I heard that's pretty bad. Hi, Bobby Verma. The anime One Punch Man has a pretty interesting storyline. I think you would like it, Amanda. The SRK, with his string of determination, positive thinking, made it a good year like him, and I did the same. See how I did say SRK because I still had the SRK and Priyanka on my mind when T just said that. I can't do my Ritik. But that's how the positive energy my Ritik is off helps people. That's what I wanted to say. Sunny Leone and her husband adopted a daughter and had surrogate twin boys. She's amazing, pure-hearted woman. Everyone loves her. React. Oh, it's a song in it. What is it called? Layla. Like Layla got me on my knees. No, it's not like that one. What do you mean? See, you need something to watch. I recommend Muppets always wants me to do the music. I know Muppets. I'm not like this. How much Muppets is in the music? You watched like what is it? The ones that your video game. What is the video game live stream? Twitch. That's it. You even watch the music on the Twitch. I can't. My husband would like that stuff. He's the biggest music person, right? I like watching the videos. I love me my music. Oh, I can listen. But when I react to it, I like to watch and commenting on the video parts too. That's just what it's not that I don't like music. Y'all know I love me some music, but concerts too, because you don't get like the visual. If it's just a concert, you're just seeing them on the stage, unless they do some neat performances. Do they? They filmed it. It's been singing. Oh, she's 92 now. Did the new concerts without an audience. And 92 singing on the stage. All you're going to do is, I guess that you can react to that. But you don't get both. Like if it's a video, I want some, like when I do my Bollywood, they're singing the beautiful song, running through the fields, and I like all that about it. That's why I love music videos. When MTV first came out with the music video, I was all about that. Because I like to listen to music, but when you put a video with it, that's where it made it. That's when it made it for me. And now they hardly do it, right? Doctors made Ritik afraid that he can't run and do other stuff, activities. Same doctor told me too. And then you overcame it, Vicky. That's right. It's mind over matter. Germ theory is false. Disease don't spread from social closeness. That's all I'm saying. Masks and vaccines are. Masks and vaccines are what? Oh, no vaccine. Do not No, that is not right. This is how we eradicated viruses. This is smallpox. You think the smallpox just went away by its own? No, because everybody got the vaccine. I am a proponent of science. Being a science, I got my degree in the science. I got my master's. I believe strongly on science. And I believe, y'all know this because people want to vilify the science now. Oh, the scientists are behind it. Now, I've worked in science. Number one, I know they don't make no money. I make more now than I have a master's degree in science, worked especially in the research science. And the research in like the universities, they don't pay them nothing. You got to do that because you want to do good, do something good for humanity. You got to love it. Now, I'm not saying the same, those in like chemical, the big pharmaceutical companies. I mean, they make good money. I'm talking about, though, the research scientists, the ones like when they put out the scientific papers and journals, like, and those are peer reviewed. Like, to get a science paper out, you got to send it to all the scientists that are experts in that field, and they review it and give their sense and try to replicate some of it sometimes. Like, I know what goes down behind it, and they don't just throw stuff out and be like, oh, here you go. I know the process. So that's what I'm saying. At least in my field, that's why I said the pharmaceuticals are different. I never worked in the pharmaceutical field because I was doing it because I wanted to do good for humanity. I wanted to give back, find something to help humanity. And those scientists, I'm telling you, are not in it for the money or to trick people. They're in it to just find the truth. And the truth changes. I know, like, you would start off with one hypothesis theory, and by the end, you have a totally different, as you learn, the truth changes. But they're always really transparent with that. You're going to get me on my rants about that. Where am I at? Ritik said he was, or did I lose my space? Crying, and even I was crying at the time. I bet my dad will have back problems. Oh, Vicky, you were strong to overcome that. But me and Ritik made it out the same, and I tried hard because I was a fat, confused girl, and I was confused for 4 years. It made you gain the weight too. Because remember, Ritik, that was his whole thing. He had to come back because he had to transform his body for the movie because he slipped his back. Because you're not active. That's the same thing. I'm not as active, gaining the weight. That's one thing, you have to stay active, right, Vicky? And I guess having back problems, it's almost impossible because you're like laid out. I didn't call it smaller worm. I called Squall from Final Fantasy. Oh, see, y'all got misunderstanding. Y'all don't fight. Don't y'all fight up in here. This is no fighting zones. We're all friends. Hi, Amanda. Are you excited for Wonder Woman 3 is greenlit with Patty and Gal? Yeah, Ronnie, I liked my 1984. I still can't believe people I know friends that were like both sides, friends that loved it and friends that there was like no in between. There was people that loved it or hated it. And I'm on the love side. I loved it. And I'm looking at the people that hated it. And I'm like, how did we watch the same movie? Maybe too, they had different expectations. Sometimes you go into a movie and you're like thinking one way and it doesn't go that way. And then it just makes you hate it. Maybe that could be it too. I didn't have those expectations. It was probably opposite for me because I had lower ones because I liked Wonder Woman in the first one so much. And I was like, how much? And it's set in 1984. It's going to be weird. I never heard of these villains, the cheetahs. I had never really heard of them. I'm like, who's that? So for me going into it, maybe that was the difference. I was like, the expectations were like, And then I watched it and I was like, oh, that was really good. Maybe that was the difference. That could have been the difference because I was just like, And then I loved it. Consider I only see a few things from, they're talking about Final Fan. John and SRK and Deepika, I don't know. Bollywood, I lost my spot. And I got to wrap it up soon. An hour long. I didn't even bring my charged cord and everything. But let me catch up real quick because I'm not too far behind on comments. Tejas, Bollywood has anything new movies. Bollywood has anything new movie stories. They're only remake. That's what I'm hearing, Tejas. Vicky just said they remade Coolie, 4 times? Now one more remake is in which hit. Oh, well, I watched that one, Teachers. I watched that one. Ritik said it remake it 4, 5, 6 times. I don't care. Oh, their affair is very old. The SRK and the Priya. Priya! Hi, Priya. I'm so glad to see you. Give reaction to, I don't know that one, Bobby. So I'm late today. I went to the beach with my elder brother, my cousin. Oh, I'm glad you got to spend time with family, Priya. We're doing as much as we can spending time with family here. I got to see my parents, even though we all wore masks. Even though I don't think we're sick and they've been quarantined, but I was like, I don't mind taking the chance. You don't want to have that kind of stuff on your conscience. That's why I'm like, even if I'm going to a place where I don't think, there's any possibility, I'm gonna still wear that because there's a little bit of chance like you can spread something and cause someone to get sick. Well, and you're responsible for that. Like I was saying, I know somebody that died of the COVID, my one good friend's mom, and they found out later because she died during when it was like a crazy boom of deaths, right at the beginning. It was like close to the beginning. Then they found out later, like she tested, like they didn't even mark it on the death certificate that time that it was COVID. They had it tested later, and that's what they found out. They even was able, like, because they found out she was infected because people came to visit, and it was like cousins, and they had COVID, and then she died. That's how they found out she got infected and all this. But that's what I said, even if it was like, so the cousins that they traced it back to that gave it to her, think of the guilt on them. I couldn't live with myself with that kind of guilt. So that's why I'm like, I don't care. Even if you think it's a hoax, why not just be safe just in case? Better safe than sorry. That's what I say. We wear seatbelts. We wear our seatbelts, and like I've been in one car accident my whole life, but I still put a seatbelt on every single time because it could be that one little chance you get in a wreck, and this will protect you. But what? What the hell I was say? Oh, the survivability rate of COVID is 99%. I'm sure of driving in the car is way higher even than that, but we still wear a seatbelt just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. Thank you for your wishes. I have a big motivation. This heavy negativity will continue. Right. Oh, you can do it, Arthav. That's awesome. Greg and the kids are great, sir. I said, sir. Greg, sir. My Pabria, my friend Pabria, they're doing great. Had a great, just spent, that's why I said the holidays, just relaxed. Didn't get out of PJs. That's why I had my little onesie. It was cold. Just playing with our new little stuff that we got and spending time with the family. Didn't even cook dinner. We had just leftovers, just relaxing. It was the most relaxful holiday. Those are, because I always think holidays can get stressful. You have to visit family and go here and go there. It was nice just to have it relaxing. That's what I said. You have to look at the silver lining, even though we're in COVID and quarantine. But just think of like it was really a stress-free, enjoyable. Have you seen when Marnie was there? If not, real, I have not heard of this. When Marnie was there. I will send you regards, Pabria Arthav. I am sad the song got blocked. Is my favorite, by the way. I loved it, Arthav. I wish it was on Facebook because I was able to upload my video right in there. Oh, it made me cry, Arthav. Ask Vicky. If Vicky watched it, I think my reaction to it. Oh, I was tearing up. Oh, I was because it was. I think a mixture. You know how Lada in her songs do me. I could hear Lada's voice, and it was like it just she goes through me, and tears well up. But also, I saw Shridevi, and just seeing her, and she was just so joyful in it, and just I was like, it's funny, like I started watching Shridevi stuff. I think it was even after her death is when I learned about Shridevi. And I'm like, so I didn't even know when she's alive. And here I am missing her. And I didn't even know when she's alive, but just seeing her on the screen. Oh, I loved it. Thank you for that suggestion, Arthur. The Marilyn Monroe thing you can watch in your own time. She's so incredible. Appears on the Tonight Show more, really, than any singer. She knows how to put on a show. And she's 90-something. I'll have to, maybe my husband knows it. He knows about the music Muppets. The Oxford vaccine, which is a game changer, has been approved in the. I know, I heard about this. I can't wait to get my jab. Ronnie believed. That's right, Ronnie. I just heard about that being approved today. COVID has profited billionaires and now this is true. It's never about a virus. Well, it was about the virus. They're not lying to us, but I'm telling you, it seems like the billionaires have definitely got, especially what they say, what is his name? Bebo, the Amazon guy, because everybody's not going out shopping and all that. Like everybody's ordering from Amazon and like but that's why they say Bernie. Everybody wants my anarchist grandpa. If you watch Death to 2020, I mean, he proposed like for those wealthy billionaires, the big taxation on them to give health care, at least for here in the US, the health care for all, right? Oh, they've shut that down. I'm not saying our government, like even me, I'm for wanting to get the Trump out and everything, but still, the congressmen, 90% of them that we have, they all just care about themselves. They do. They don't care. They care about lining their pockets. They don't care about the everyday person. I'm 100% with that. It's sad. It's sad. And they even say, even if you're not corrupted when you go in there, that you'll eventually get corrupted. That's why you have to have those term limits, which they got rid of. Look at me. I'm going on my rants again. I don't want. We want to keep it. Well, let's talk about artists. Oh, wait, Arthur, I'm an artist and you're a scientist. Such a cute contrast. But as I'm a science student, now I'm in a fix whether to go for arts or science in the future. I don't because I feel like I was both too, Arthur, right? Like I was a scientist. I worked in a research lab for 15 years. Then I quit to do more art stuff. Like I don't consider myself an artist. I don't think I'm good at art or whatever. But here I am, like on YouTube and have my own site and cover the movies. So why not do both, Arthav? You can do both. We have do what makes you happy, or do one. And then if that's what I said, science, it was getting me down. I was there 15 years. I wanted to do good, but it started getting me down because like the recession hit and they started cutting the funding and scientific projects that I felt like were important for our world and, like advancement of science and advancement of understanding, diseases and I worked in psychiatry. So it was like brain disorders mostly that we worked on, but they started just cutting funding and great projects and that people were working on to really, I know one was like Alzheimer's where we were working on a project and they cut some of that funding. And I was just like, it gets frustrating because you want to like find discoveries and help, mankind. And then they come in and just cut your funding. And so that's why I had to get out. It became I was unhappy doing it anymore. So I was like, life's short, do what makes you happy. So that's my suggestion to you, Arthav. Whatever one makes you most happy, that's the one you go for because life's short. But you got to have one or two that makes you money because you ain't going to be happy if you're broke. I'm going to tell you that. I've been broke. You ain't going to be happy if you're broke. After 4 years, I took only 3 months to make myself yoga. Oh, Vicky, that's what I want. I said I want to start getting active again. Yoga. I love yoga. And it calms you and just, that's what I'm going to start. That's going to be my New Year's resolution, Vicky. Right there. Yoga. Rupam. Hi, Rupam. Katrina became the huge Bollywood superstar. Previous, it was beautiful Mahabi era, then Sridevi, then Mahari, and now it's Katrina's era. Sorry, bye-bye. Please take care of yourselves. P.S. Your daughter makes YouTube channel her own. I hope you sponsor her channel. If your daughter does. Oh, I told her she should. She's on the TikToks. They're lying to us. Disease doesn't spread through social closeness. Media and politicians. Airborne viruses do spread in the air. It does. That spreads it's not only through touching. How else do you think it spreads? Most of it, they say, like, it's the biggest place they say is through the nose, right? Because it can go in your nose and start, like, multiplying in the nose. Like, it really collects and multiplies and can grow. And then, so when I see people not wearing a mask over the nose, I'm like, well, that's the worst place. Because they say it's mostly, or what did I read a story. They say people that pick their nose, this is like the worst time to do it. Nose pickers. Why am I laughing from nose pickers? I don't know. Ritchie's Bang Bang was a remake of Tom Cruise's. Oh, no, Mr. and Mrs. Smith wasn't Tom Cruise. That was Brad Pitt. Right? Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, unless you're thinking of a different one. Bria, glad you're joining. I hope you are too. Ronnie loved Wonder Woman 1984. Me too. But that's why I said, Ronnie, it's the hate. But if people didn't, That's fair enough. But the hate, it's good. It's dumb. Like people think they're like, oh, you like 1984. You don't know what you're talking. I'm like, I don't know why you hate it so much. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Masks make us breathe CO2. They make us sick. We need fresh oxygen to be close to our immune systems. We need new economy, capitalism. Masks don't make you sick. Masks don't make you sick. People wear masks. Like haven't you had surgery? I'm like, they wear masks. This is not a new thing. Masks been around a long time. Why do you think they have masks? And they're breathable. Well, I guess you do hear some of those homemade masks, but they always say there's a trick. This is what I say, the trick. If your mask is too thick, you do like the candle test, right? You blow through it to see if you can put out the candle, because it's not the air